Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right, let's take a little peek. We're going to see what we've got. We start out with possibilities and paranoid. Follow one's dreams, make up one's mind, believe in oneself, and then cautious, insecure, guarded. Those are two pretty opposite energies on this, right? This could be somebody that is struggling with, worries and insecurities while they're still trying to, consider, could I do this? Could I make this happen? I think that's very relatable. And I think the word paranoid is a bit too much. That's a bit, over the top just to describe, being cautious or insecure or guarded. But that's just my opinion on that. I think it's really relatable that anybody gets worried that what if my dreams won't come true? What if I can't make this work out? I'm a little nervous to put myself out there, especially like I'm picturing somebody who wants to do something where it would be them, being pretty brave, like let's say going out for an audition, putting yourself out on stage, doing something like in a room full of people, all that stuff gets to be pretty like nerve-wracking, right? We have a 3 of Pentacles. We have a 5 of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so this is somebody who would like very much kind of out of the blue to come forward and connect to another person. This could be a masculine wanting to speak a truth to a feminine or vice versa. Never matters to me. This could be same-sex couple as well. But it's definitely, once upon a time, they must have thought I would be totally blocked. I get this impression that possibly a feminine had blocked them at one point in time, was angry at them at one point in time. That has all lifted. That is all dissolved at this point. And they're like, okay, then could I tentatively reach out to her? Tell me who is wanting to reach out, because that's definitely what this looks like. And they're bringing in this like message in a bottle, this bottle of moon. So it's kind of like what's hidden. It's what's not necessarily being said or hasn't been said. Like there's a lot of secrets that need to be revealed. We have a 7 of Wands. We've got the Hierophant in the reverse. We got the Page of Pentacles upright. Okay, first off, now I see why we have that card of like, paranoid and, worried and such, because with this 7 of Wands, we have somebody that's literally like their brain feels really scattered. They hopped up on the couch. They're like pacing around. I feel like there's a lot of nervous energy around this person. They may, they look like they are divorced. They look like they maybe have broken away from a previous like lifestyle or behavior, or even belief system. They are pretty, I'm going to say like buzzy in their energy, because that's how this feels to me. And the message that they want to say, whatever it is that they want to, like, maybe they want to bring up a topic from a long time ago. They want to talk about something from a long time ago. And it's like, okay, if I bring up this conversation now after all this time, sorry, my necklace is all sideways. And I always say I'm a Virgo, but I never feel like one. And now I'm being a total Virgo because I'm noticing, the beads aren't aligned. Okay, who cares? Sorry, guys. Sometimes my inner Virgo takes over. They've had this message that they wanted to say a long time ago. Maybe it's a good time now, because this is Year of the Snake. We see the serpent wrapped around that Page of Pentacles. This is like, from my lips to yours, I need to tell you, I'm divorced. Is this a secret? Was this a secret before? Did they keep a secret about having been married? Now they're not, and they really want to go ahead and say that. 9 of Wands. This person feels like what they have to say could possibly bring this connection back out of the weeds. That could possibly even heal something. My impression right now is that we perhaps had an individual who had kept a secret in the past. That secret could have had something to do with marriage. They're very scattered at this point. They don't know if they can come forward and like bring up this old conversation and clarify things, because they must have had arguments and fights, but they feel like she's no longer angry, or she's unblocked them. And they're like, this is my opportunity to come forward. I should have done this a long time ago, but now I could maybe really step forward, and I could fill her in on some of the specifics that I maybe should have told her before, but now I could rectify all of this. They still, with this 5 of Wands and the 10 of Pentacles, they're torn and overthinking and overthinking and overthinking, between head and heart. Can I say something that would fix this so then she'd want to give to me again? Hang on. We need to backtrack here, I think, because I need to further understand with that Hierophant in the reverse. First off, actually, let's backtrack further. What is it that you feel you could say? What is the secret really that you need to discuss? Because we have them wanting to hand over the bottle of moon. We have them, with a message they should have given a very long time ago. It's something they're very nervous to broach the subject again, and maybe to talk to her at all, but particularly to talk about this. Okay, so we have the 7 of Cups. Hang on, let's get a few more cards to describe this Hierophant in the reverse. We've got a 3 of Swords sideways. We have a 7 of Pentacles upright. We have the Page of Coins upright. I do think that whatever happened with them, they were keeping a secret, and it was a secret about something that had been long-term, something that they should have explained. They think that the explanation will, even though it was very murky, it was very confusing. If they were like in some kind of a connection, maybe it was like, well, I was technically married, but at the same time, it wasn't like a traditional marriage. Even though that doesn't give it an excuse, I understand it still felt like a big betrayal, but the context of my situation was not exactly what it seemed to be. I had a long-term, like monetary, I had to made an agreement that I would continue to pay until whatever, for 7 more years. I would stay married to that person for 7 more years until whatever, the kids were grown, keep them on health insurance, whatever. And I should have explained all that. It wasn't a traditional situation. It was confusing, perhaps, but it wasn't quite the betrayal that it might have seemed. But I should have explained it. That's what this seems like. And they're wondering if I bring this up now to try to course correct the record for what happened in the past. I wonder, will it work? Will it make her not look at me as if I, betrayed her in the way that she thinks? Hang on. Tell me about that 5 of Swords. We've got the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Cups, and we have the King of Wands. So they're saying, like, she's not mad anymore. She's not keeping me blocked. She is somebody that is, if she's single, man, she's very comfortable in her single life. She's out there mingling. She maybe has somebody else in her world. I don't know, but I can tell she's really happy. I can see that, on her. I can tell she's in a really good place. So if I approach her to tell her a truth about the past that I should have told her a long time ago, I can see she's not maybe even thinking about me anymore, because she's in this really wonderful place. She's had like a glow up. It feels like, how do you know this? How is it that you've seen her have this glow up? 2 of Pentacles. There's something here where it's like, either he can compare and contrast and just notice the change in her, or it's just a certain amount of time. He knows that she's somebody who, doesn't hold grudges. She moves forward in life. She makes peace with things, and it's like, whatever happened, my life goes on. It kind of feels like, I don't know that I think he's saying, okay, I'm sure she wants to talk to me now. She's missing me. That's not what this is at all. He's just saying, I feel as if I've been unblocked. I feel as if I could finally approach and maybe have this long overdue conversation. What prevented you from just explaining these kind of murky little secrets a long time ago? We have the Knight of Wands sideways, and we have the Wheel of Fortune upright. Part of it was, for this story anyway, we have a character who in the past, they knew that it wasn't the right time yet for them to be able to offer much more than just some fun, some dating. They wanted to have some sensuality with this feminine. And so that's what they were trying to get. And it's like, if I even discuss, I'm actually still in this connection where whatever, I've agreed that for the next 7 years I'll stay married no matter what because I have to pay this money or until the kids are grown. But aside from that, I can do what I want, but I'll never be able to offer you anything more than just some passion here and there. They were like, it's not the right time for me to explain that. It feels like this person was trying to make their own life comfortable by saying, I want to be able to have something that I enjoy with somebody that I enjoy having it with, even though I can't do right by them. But if I say that, it'll make me sound like what the situation actually is, which is selfish and a player, right? I'm trying to get what I want. That's going to come across very plain. I won't give you anything other than some lust when it's convenient for me until I'm done dealing with something else. And so I think they wanted to not say that because there isn't any other way that was going to sound. Hi, I want to be with you on my terms. By the way, I won't offer you anything of substance for a very long period of time because I'm in this other contract, but I still want you, so you should give to me. That's not going to sound great. So I'm thinking that it was like in their mind, I don't want to say that because there's no way that that's going to sound decent. Okay, so they went ahead and they instead kept the secret, is what it seems like. But it appears that it cost them this connection anyway, because, something at some point there was big anger with that Five of Swords, even though the anger is gone now, or they think it's gone. I'm just confused. Like, what did you feel for this person that you kept a big secret from? And then I think she got, keeping lies, keeping secrets is not a good idea, especially if you want somebody to respect you. The Tower, they felt like they lost her. I would say that you did. And then you waited what seems like a really long time. Yeah. So you lost her and you had to watch her walk away. And that's her walking away. But now your life has changed. Yeah. Death and rebirth. Their life has shifted and changed. They're now single. So are you coming in to try to offer her, everything that you should have, but didn't? We have the Fool and we have the Six of Cups sideways. And it's like, I'm going to try to basically, if she would have me, I'd be there in a New York minute. If she would have me, I just don't know if she would ever take me back as a soulmate. I don't know. Well, this seems like it's been a really long time that you've been gone. Is that the way this is? Have you been gone a long time? Yeah. 10 of Swords in the reverse, 6 of Swords upright. Not only has it been a long time, but this has been a very unpleasant time for them. This person has not been out living their best life like, okay, well, I guess if she won't be my side dish, and of course, I don't want to tell her that's basically all I could offer her. But if she got mad, walked away from me, said that I was hiding things, she didn't know what the things were that were hidden, because I didn't ever really tell her what the real situation was. But she bounced. Okay, no worries. I'll just go find myself another side dish to entertain myself until I can, whatever, be free of things, and then maybe I'll mosey on back to her. No, that's not what they've been going through. This person's been in purgatory. This person's been living in that painful ending. There's no alleviation of how messed up this was for them. They also have carried a lot of heaviness for, what she thinks of them, what their actions made her think of them, the fact that she moved on. All of this has been very heavy for them. What has your life been like in this time then? We can see that it's been very painful. Queen of Pentacles, 6 of Coins. Oh, and then they've been kind of eaten alive by this idea that she's moving on. She's really happy. She's got all kinds of friends, family around her. She's been developing her life. She's been making her money. She's been making an empire for herself, and they haven't been a part of it. So they've been like, this has been kind of a little personal hell for them to know that A, she's gone, and B, she's been making an amazing life for herself, and they're not a part of any of that, have no access to that. So now we know why we have the paranoia and the possibilities. It's like, of course, they're freaking out over, I'm going to try to come forward and I'm going to try to approach her. Why do you think that she's like no longer upset with you or something? I know we said that it looks like you've been able to see her, doing well. Obviously, they've monitored her somehow. They've paid attention to her in all this time. But with this Six of Swords upright, they're like, I might be lying to myself. I might be dead wrong. This might be wishful thinking that she's not still disgusted with me or mad at me. I don't know. Maybe that's not even true. Okay, so they're telling themselves, I can tell now I could approach her. She's not mad at me for all this anymore. This says they don't really know that that's true. But you actually are like building up this intention to offer her this explanation now. Yeah, Ace of Pentacles, and this hand is literally coming forth. We keep seeing them wanting to give truth, wanting to give all this bottled up, everything that was hidden. I'm going to tell you everything now. Here it is. I'm going to hand you the full truth that I should have before, and I hope that it will take away some of that feeling of betrayal. I hope so much that you will see this different now. Well, all I can say is, good luck to them. With this high priest, this is the Hierophant. This is them possibly even saying, and I would like to marry you. This is a very serious offer. They're saying, I am finally truly single. I'm 100% single. Now, my intentions toward you are long-term. My intentions toward you are, I would like to marry you. After all this time apart, after all this time them staying married elsewhere, they're hoping that now that they can come forward, explain the situation, and then offer something very serious to her. Ooh-wee. Three of Cups. Ten of Cups, 10 of Coins. This person is saying, I could be a part of every aspect of your life now. Now, and they may even go so far as to, like, I would like to introduce you to my family. I would like you to be a part of everything. This is like right around October. So this is coming very soon. All I can say is this person is, this is kind of ballsy. Like they're coming in with all of this offer and all of this explanation after, this huge amount of time of having kept this all hidden, and now coming in to explain this and, making this huge offer. Good luck to them. I don't know what's going to happen, but holy smokes, that's a mouthful. All right, I'm going to leave this here. Thank you guys for being here. Thanks so much for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Bye for right now.